Hey, episode 24 of Talking Through the Medias. This is Chris, your executive producer, and I am about to do a quick rundown of little things that have gone on through the medias over the weekend. I meant to have this out Saturday, then under the weather. It's like a little cold going around, had a head cold. Tried to power through it. Sean has caught it. I don't know how. We haven't been around each other since Batman versus Superman, but now he's down. I'm working solo, so I'm gonna make this quick. Whenever I'm doing this, and I'm not with Sean, when I do an episode of Talking to the Medias, I want to make it as fast as possible. Man, it's boring without Sean. He always starts off the episode. What is love? So I don't have that, so it's gonna be pretty boring. So you got me, and I guess get started. Movie. So I predicted that Keanu Cat was gonna kick Shere Khan's ass. Not the case. So according to box office mom show. Wow, that was not the case. The Jungle Book, let's see, The Jungle Book made another $42 million, over $42 million domestically. And Keanu came in second with $9 million, a very close second with just $9 million, and scratching at the door, knocking on the door for second place was The Huntsman, Winter's War, which I still haven't, I've wanted to do a review on it, but I'm not going to do one. It's okay. It's not up to par with Snow White, which again was just okay. You would think with the cast that they brought in to play would have been way better, but it wasn't. Maybe they should do a third one just to close up that story, lock it up, give Mr. Hemsworth a nice trilogy, but I don't see it happening. So let me go back again. Jungle Book, $42 million. Keanu 9 and Huntsman 9, but we're talking the difference between 400,000 and the difference between 9,300,000. So pretty crazy. The other thing that happened in movies is Civil War. Captain America 3 Civil War has been released on overseas. It's coming out this week on Friday to America, and I'm gonna watch it hopefully this Saturday or Friday. But I'm kind of bummed about it because I'm trying to give away these tickets. We announced it. Kendrick J, you won the tickets, but now we're gonna have to move past you and go to another subscriber between 1 and 100 and give away those free tickets because you never hollered back. So I'm sorry. These are real. We're going to buy these tickets. So there's another chance for somebody out there to get these tickets. Hopefully, I'll get Sean to give me a random number, and we'll give these tickets away. So overseas, you're seeing that the movie has already made I think 200 mil. I want to say 200 million, and that's awesome. But I believe that it'll also make 200 mil. My prediction, if everybody is saying that this movie is great, I mean, critics who've seen it early, everybody's all buzzed about it and going crazy about it. So I'm thinking I'm going to give it 170, 1,700,000, 170 million. Okay. That's my prediction. I'm bad with numbers today. Come on, man. It's Monday. I don't have Sean. So that's in the world of movies. Now, if I was to transition to TV, I guess the best thing I didn't catch up to my shows this weekend, so I don't know what happened. So no spoilers on Game of Thrones or anything like that. But if I was to do I guess the only news that I have for TV, I'm gonna do a quick transition, would be the presidential correspondence dinner. It was pretty funny. Obama was able to kill it with the last dinner that he had with, I'm going to type a few things real fast because, let me see, I want to talk about something. Here's my thoughts on what happened on the, at that dinner. Obama, he's a funny dude, and when he has the best writers and whatnot, he can kill. He knows his audience. He can make those political guys, laugh. He killed Donald Trump last year, and that's why Donald Trump didn't show up this year. Now, here's the problem that I had with what's going on with the date, with the dinner this year. They got the host of the nightly show, Larry, whatever his last name is, to be the comedian to follow the president, which is always a tough job. You don't want to follow the president, especially if the president killed, which he did. Even the dude literally dropped the mic after he was done. I mean, when that's it. That was pretty much a symbol of his presidency. Hey, Obama out. He dropped the mic. But Larry just was not on point when it comes to that audience, that type of audience. I know I'm the host of the nightly show on Comedy Central. I never found him funny. I mean, in small doses, yes, but to give him his own show, especially, I understand the importance of it. I mean, especially me, but the dude is just not funny to me. He's not. When he's in characters, he's funny. When he's just himself, I don't find him all that funny. When he does the little segment on the Daily Show, yes, but a whole show, talking about keeping it 100, the very last thing, he got Don Lemon to flip him the bird on live TV. He got, the very last thing he said to that audience was the N-word. This is how Obama goes out. He could have had Kevin. He had one of the guys from Key and Peele with him last year. He could have got the other guy this year. He could have got Kevin Hart. Somebody. But Lennon? No, not Lennon. I mean Larry, whatever his last name is. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the show. I never really liked the show. Stephen Colbert is a tough act to follow. Again, I understand the significance of it. I'm proud that he got his own show and whatnot, but honestly, I feel like it would be better to, since the Daily Show didn't start off with the original host and then it got better with Jon Stewart, Jessica Williams should be the host of the nightly show. I think Jessica Williams deserves that show. She's funnier. She gives the same kind of format, but with a better delivery. And that's just my opinion on it, man. Let's not stick to this. Let's move on past TV. What else happened over the weekend? I caught it. But this is let's get to the Stream 1313 segment of it, because this is kind of in both worlds. So whether you watched it on the WWE Network or whether you watched it on pay-per-view, yesterday was the payback for WWE. And my friend Joe, who's a huge WWE fan, I am too, but I've been so busy, I haven't really been able to keep up with it as much as I used to. I'm not falling off of it, but I still. Storyline, I'm just waiting for it to get better. He said it was okay. It wasn't great. And I expected it to get worse and worse and worse. I mean, the Divas Revolution, they finally gave Natty, if you're a fan of Natty, they gave her shot at the belt. I thought they should have gave it to her. She hasn't been a champion in I don't know how long. Of course, they didn't give it to her. It's not really much to talk about in there. It wasn't that great. I didn't like it all that much. And then came the main event. You had AJ Styles and Roman Reigns, and I expected that to be the cherry on top of a boring cake. But it was awesome. This was the best match that Roman Reigns has ever had. it was exciting, it was entertaining, it went back and forth, it had the crowd, and he looked like a real champion. If Roman Reigns wants to change his character back to a bad guy again, not even really a bad guy, anti-hero, he needs to get in the face of interviews, stop smiling, just go out there and wrestle. I mean, and when he fights, he needs to fight the bad guys, the good guys, fight the authority, and just don't take crap from anybody. Pretty much take a page out of Brock Lesnar's book. And I think we saw the beginning of this in this match. It was a good match. Very well done. I'm honestly going to say it was the best match that Roman Reigns has ever delivered. He keeps it amped up to this level, he'll be fine as far as the fans, because the fans are starting to turn on him. I don't want him to become the next John Cena, where the people are just booing him and he's just a face that just smiles all the time. So, moving on from that, anything else that's going on in the world of Stream 13? We're staying on the Stream 13 segment of it. So Hulu is developing a cable box. This is still kind of in the world of TV and streaming. Hulu is coming up with their own box. I think this could be a great thing if you make Netflix step up their game for people who want to have direct access to their Hulu accounts, but not have to deal with going online and all that stuff. I mean, we have apps on smart TVs now, but I guess this is a good service for people who still might have kind of an old school flat screen or an old school TV. You got a cable, you're still kind of used to cable. But really, this is still in the vein of physical media, like VHSs and DVDs and stuff. That stuff is out of here. Why? It feels like it's a step backwards to me with Hulu getting a box. It doesn't. I mean, it still plays online. Now I feel like this will make Netflix try to do the same thing. TV channels, cable channels like HBO, Showtime, they might start getting into this game as well, taking a page out of the WWE network and charging us $7.99 or maybe something cheaper or maybe something more expensive. And that's the thing I'm having a problem with it. I'm thinking that once this stuff gets splintered, the prices are going to start going up. And that, I don't trust it. So it could be a great thing. It could be a way to screw over the little guy. Check out the blog, www.t3media.com. I have a post on there about this topic as well. Well, that's everything with on my Stream 13. So the only other news that I have for video games. So Uncharted 4 is coming out for your PlayStation guys. It's gonna have, according to PlayStation.com, let's see here. It's coming out May 10th. And here's what PlayStation has to say. And while we talked a lot about the single-player campaign, many multiplayer details have remained under wraps. That ends today. As we fill you in on what to expect as the philosophy behind some of the new direction we took with multiplayer. Right off the bat, we as in PlayStation, want to highlight that all future maps and mods, maps and modes will be included with Uncharted 4 at no additional cost. So there you go. For you guys who I've never played Uncharted, but I'm sure for all you guys who are into that game, it's probably exciting. I love what I see on Uncharted. I should have got into it, but I never did. Maybe I'll start with 4, but I want to see an Uncharted movie. There's some little cutscenes that I've seen on that game. I love what I see. I think, and I know a little bit about the character, so I think he would be a great movie. I hope this new video game renaissance happens. I don't have any faith in World of Warcraft. That looks like straight up bullshit. I'm sorry, but the other game, Michael Fassbender, what's the movie he's coming out with? I'm seeing it in my head right now. You know what I'm talking about. You're gonna probably all correct me later on, but his movie, video game movie that's coming out looks great. Damn it, what is that? This movie called? Oh man, forgive me guys. It's gonna kill me because I don't figure it out myself. Let me go back. Let me reiterate. World of Warcraft looks like some straight up garbage right now. I cannot believe how bad it looks to me online. And I'm looking at video game movies right now, and Let's see, 2016. Let's see, 2017. Maybe that's when it's coming out. I know it's either the end of this year or the beginning of next year. Michael Fassbender, and I can find it. I'm not gonna find it. This is why I need Sean. Cause see, I could go over, I could click over to Sean, let you guys look at him, let him talk about something, and look it up myself. But Assassin's Creed. It's coming out this year, so I'm thinking that's gonna be the movie that's gonna help launch the new era of video game movies. Not World of Warcraft. I'm sorry. World of Warcraft looks okay, but it doesn't look. No, I'm sorry. They still haven't gotten me with those trailers. I'm sorry. It just looks like it's gonna suck. So we got movies, we got TV. Stream 1313 bit. And let me tell you what Stream 1313 means. If you haven't figured it out right now, I'm pissed that Star Wars didn't do their Star Wars 1313 video game. It looked like it was going to be good, and they canceled it because when Disney bought them out, they decided that's one of the things they decided to put on the shelf. So I decided to do Stream 1313 just when I talk about Netflix and online streaming movies and TV shows. Whenever I want to cover that, I'm going to use that platform, that as a separate little channel, because I talk about TV, I talk about movies, but streaming online is becoming a thing on its own. So if I talk about a movie, or if I talk about a TV show or an original series that's only streamed, then I'll use Stream 1313 as the platform. But let's say that's what do I have to say about. You go back to World of Warcraft. Okay, that's gonna suck. I'm sorry, guys. That's gonna suck. I can't emphasize that enough. It's gonna suck. I'm sorry. All you WoW hardcore fans, I feel bad for you guys because I know you got a great product and you got a bad movie that's coming. I hope I'm wrong. I'm gonna go see this movie. I'm hoping that it's gonna be entertaining. I'm hoping it makes me a World of Warcraft fan. For everything that I see on trailers, looks like it's gonna suck. Oh no. That female orc though. I love Paula Patton. I can't. I'm not gonna lie about it. That's gonna be the only good thing about that movie. So anyway, now I usually don't do this on an episode of Talking to the Medias, but I'm pressed for time and there's so many coming in, and I want to move on with these questions. So we've been getting a lot of mail from people trying to send emails to Collider by accident. We're not hacking them, no, don't know. Sometimes you may address it incorrectly and it might fall onto us. So whenever that happens, we like to let Collider know, hey, we got your mail. And this is us letting you know that we got your mail. So sometimes, they get thousands and thousands of emails every week. And they're not going to get to them all. When you slip and you accidentally falls onto our lap, we are going to read them out. So let me do the first one. Let me put my glasses on this one because you can tell I'm squinting. Let me geek up real quick. Okay. So the first question I have is from Tyler Jancy. Sorry if I'm messing up your name. So Tyler writes, with the Batman Superman movie, do you think DC will begin to take back the monopoly Marvel has on making amazing comic book movies? Thanks for the question, Tyler. Passing it on to Collider here, answering it for them. No, I don't think so. I think Sean is right. I think we've reached a peak, and I feel a slow decline. I don't think the superhero movie is going anywhere within the next 5-10 years. If it's gonna go away, it's not gonna go away like that. It's just gonna slowly burn, but it's gonna find a floor, and it's gonna stay there. And we're gonna watch instead of 6, 7 in a year, maybe 2 or 3, and a few from Marvel, a few from DC, and that's it. And then I'm just gonna move on to the next thing. Hopefully, the video game movies, but excuse me. No. Overtake them? No. tie them? Yes. But at the same time, it depends on who you're asking. If I'm a hardcore Marvel guy, the answer is hell no. If I'm a hardcore DC guy, the answer is hell yes. But it depends on who you're talking to. If you're an average movie guy, probably not. Marvel's already started off so strong. It's very trusted. DC is still hit and miss. People remember that. And then let's forgive it. Advantage Marvel. But thanks for the question and passing it on to Collider. So the next question comes from Richard Copeland. Richard tried to send an email out to those guys over there and got to us by mistake, so we got your mail. So here is Richard's question. Hi guys, love the show. I love their show too. They often talk about how the TV show heroes will never appear in the MCU. So my question is, do they need to? With Netflix pushing high quality movies and TV shows, do you think a straight to Netflix Defenders movie or something similar could eventually get greenlit? Thanks and keep up the great work. From Richard. Thanks for the question, Richard. I'll let you know what happened to your email. Do I think a straight to Netflix Defenders movie will happen? No. I think a TV series will happen. We already know that's happening. Will a movie ever happen? Are you asking if it's going to go straight to Netflix, a movie? Maybe. Maybe they'll just do a movie. Maybe. I'm going to say maybe. I'm hoping it'll be a series, but you know what? Since they already have the Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Cage coming out, Iron Fist, it makes sense. Don't do a series. Do a movie. One-stop movie. I hope that after the Defenders, and I'm hope if it is a movie, then you can take a smaller character from the major leagues and bring him down to the Netflix league. It won't be Iron Man, it won't be Thor, it won't be anybody that big, but maybe somebody like a villain or somebody who played a small role in the major comic book movie. They can come to the Netflix level on the Defenders side. If anybody deserves to come from the Netflix Marvel Universe up to the majors and the big screen, it would probably be Kingpin on the Sony side for Spider-Man. Speculating. Next question. So Chris Aldana, I hope I'm saying that right. They write, well, greetings and salutations everyone at Collider. Love making you guys a part of my morning. Love Jedi Council. My question is, for Star Wars, is there a possibility that the actual Jedi Council will reappear as Force Ghosts? We know Luke has been in hiding, so maybe he can channel Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin, and Yoda to create a group to find Force-sensitive children. Thanks for the video, and may the Force be with you. I like that idea. For episode 8 or 9. Maybe 8. But if you're going to rebuild the Jedi Order, you gotta make a new council. A guidance counselor? Force Ghost, maybe guidance to create the new council. As it is right now in the physical plane, Luke is the council. I would think at a lesser degree, but she's not a Jedi and she's not a master. Luke is pretty much the only master out there that we know of. And I was gonna say Leia, but she's pretty much abandoned everything on the Force side of it. She's still Force sensitive. She's very strong with Force. She's a Skywalker. She can feel things, but she never embraced it, or has she? I wanted to see that lightsaber in her hand, man. I saw a theory online about if Luke would have gone to the dark side with his father. There is another, so that means Leia would have had to begin her training. That could have been a very interesting way to end the story. Have Luke turn to the dark side a little bit, have Leia come out to save him, then they destroy their father. And then have Leia so powerful she redeems Luke and redeems Darth Vader at the very end. And Luke survives and whatnot. And Luke has that perfect balance of light and dark. maybe so. But that didn't happen. So Leia's not a master. So Leia can't become a part of the council. And we all know from the movie, if you've seen it, spoiler alert, what Kylo Ren's done. Force Ghost Council. I don't think it counts. It is there for guidance. I mean, for a long time, the Force Ghost wasn't even a thing. It was a myth. You can't communicate with it. Once we go to the Force, you're a part of the Force. To be your own individual self. Jedi didn't even know that was possible until. And if you have to watch Star Wars Rebels, I think there's an episode of that talks about that. That wasn't even a thing. And Yoda figured it out how to do it. It wasn't possible for a long time. I believe it was from the Clone Wars. Really, I'm sorry, the Clone Wars that showed us that wasn't even a thing with the Force Ghost. Since Luke is the only master, I guess, since he's the council and he is the council, so if he's being guided, I would call it the Jedi Guidance Council. So maybe that'll happen in episode 8. If it does, I think it'll count. But I think Luke needs to step his ass up and get some other masters out there quick, because it's just looking bad, dude. Because there was a lot of mistakes that was made with the original council. So why the hell would you want their opinion? They messed up. They're dead. We gotta move on. We need more Jedi. So hopefully we'll get more Jedi and get them to the rank of master, and stop looking to the past. And we can learn from the past. I don't think these guys are wise enough to lead us to the future and guide us. But leaders, no. We need Luke. We need some new blood. Alright, thanks for the question. So the next question is from a Noah Kinney. And Noah writes, hey guys, love what you guys do and I watch every day. I do too, Noah. I was just wondering, who do you think blending the old with the new is better? Creed or The Force Awakens? Who did it better? Okay, thanks guys. Okay. Who did it better, blending the old and the new? Wow. This is a good question. Who did it better? Old and new. Since Star Wars had the prequels to all, they had a whole bunch of things to fight against. They had to make a great movie. They had to make a lot of money. They had to wash away the stink of the prequels. They also had to keep on the same path and be just as good as the original trilogy. A lot, and take us from the old generation to the new generation. They had a lot of things going against it. And they did a great job. I think they did it. Some people still more than that. I think if you average out the number of fans who are hardcore fans who are criticizing what J.J. Abrams was able to do with Episode 7, and you average it out, and you take the same kind of averaging, because there's more Star Wars fans than there are Rocky fans. You average out the Rocky fans and what they were able to do with Creed, and overall fan favorite, and giving that thumbs up and approval. I think when you average it out, if they had the same number of fans and the same number of criticism and responses, I think Creed won. Because you never go, there's just so many, it's just so beloved, and you're never going to please everybody. But as far as averaging out the tone of the response, and just because I saw both movies, and I'm not going to be biased, even though I love Star Wars more, I would rather Creed stops versus Star Wars stop. I would rather both go on, but if I had to choose one or the other, I would rock Creed like a bad habit. But I gotta be honest, I think Creed did a better job walking that line, old and new, and did it better. I think Creed did a better job at it. Because, well, that was an amazing story, man. Oh, man. I think Creed did it better. And I'm a Star Wars guy. Love Star Wars, but I think Creed did it better. What do you guys think? I mean, I definitely need to make this a separate sort of question. So I want to know what you guys think. Comment and talk with me about these about that one. I would like to get everybody else's opinion on this. Is my opinion. I mean, 75% of the time I'm right every time, but I could be wrong about this one. So I'm gonna make this one the last one because I've been rambling for a while, and I told you this is gonna be short, and we're already hit 30 minutes. So the last question is from Jonathan Bromley, and it's a pretty long one, guys, and of course it's another Star Wars guy. So here we go. Hi team. I recently went to see Star Wars The Force Awakens, and although I found the film enjoyable for the most part, I couldn't help but feel slightly disappointed, and see, this is what I was talking about, when I left the cinema. The scene where, spoiler alert guys, we're going to get to some spoilers. If you haven't seen it by now, if you haven't watched the movie, this might be a spoiler, which probably is. The scene with Snoke really disappointed me. I would have loved nothing more than to see Plagueis sat on the evil throne as the big bad behind it. Behind it all. Instead, just some ridiculous, huge CGI character that looked so fake. The movie nowhere near lived up to its own expectation. Although we love to discuss these movies and get caught up in them, do you think it is possible that we almost make them out to be amazing in our own heads, that by the time we see the movie, we are nothing but disappointed by the end of it? And will debating the outcome of future movies for different franchises all have the same disappointment factor because we imagine the film to be so much better in our heads? With that, love the show, keep debating, but I beg, not too much. Yours, John, from England. I should have did that with an English accent, damn it. Well, this question would have been way better and more better suited for Batman vs. Superman. Do we pump it up in our heads more? Yeah, of course. We all had expectations of what should happen and what was going to possibly happen, and then when that didn't happen, we all got mad. That's why now you hear that a lot of the rumors that are being spit out there are being debunked fast. Like the whole Jar Jar being Plagueis thing, and is Rey a clone and all that stuff, you know, that now they're getting ahead of it because of stuff like this. We get in our own heads, well, oh, that's a great theory. I would love that. And then we just keep playing it over and over and over in our head, keep talking about it, talking about it, then we watch the movie and that doesn't happen and we get mad. So now Star Wars is like, when they hear a theory and it's way off and they see it's being talked about too much, they come out and they shut it down. They tweet, nope. Great theory, not what's happening. Move on, give me another theory. They shut it down. And that's good. I think that's good because we do this. We build this stuff up in our heads too much. And we get all sweaty about it. And when we're wrong, we get mad. You know, I'm not wrong. You're wrong. You should have did that. That was awesome. That was an awesome idea. No, well, that's not what was going to happen. So move on. Give me another one. Let's play. That's why I did this show, Rumors and Specs. So I like to speculate these things, but I don't like to spread rumors. Yeah, we do it too much, Johnny. We do it too much. Especially, I mean, I'm not even just going to say American. We all do it. We all do it too much. We just build up this thing in our head of what we want and what we hope would happen. And when we don't see that, we get pissed. But I want to enjoy what I did see. So, and I want to judge it on that. And I hope now that Star Wars is getting ahead of these things, I hope, you know, that we'll be, you know, less brutal about it when we don't see what we want to see happen. So, I hope I answered your question, man. And I hope you enjoyed that. All of you guys, I hope you enjoyed that your questions finally got answered online. Even though it didn't happen from the media that you wanted to happen on, the channel that you wanted it to happen on. Good luck with that, guys. It's very tough to get a question answered over there. They get thousands of questions a day, so I hope that I brought a little smile to your face. I mean, I'm a guy who knows a little about a lot and a lot about a little thing. So, my opinion doesn't matter. But if you enjoyed it, Thanks. I appreciate it, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Send me a comment. Share with your friends. This was episode 24, talking through the medias, and as like I always say, guys, let's just keep talking because I enjoy it.